Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she's got that great body, you know what I mean, right?
Body and
yeah, that's right. Oh. I got a text!
He got a text!
I got a text!
He got a text!
So this is the iPhone SE, and I've been using it for a few days, and I have to say I am very pleased with it overall. I came from a larger flagship phone, the XS and the Samsung S10, and I thought transitioning to a smaller phone might be a little hard, but it's been a breeze, and there's a lot of reasons as to why that is. And we'll get into those reasons in this video, but firstly I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of the iPhone SE. So it packs Apple's A13 Bionic chip, which is their fastest CPU to date, and it has 3 gigabytes of RAM, which is one less than the iPhone Pro, but also you have to consider how great Apple is with their memory management. 3 gigabytes of RAM is plenty. The phone itself feels premium and well built, and the only difference you'll notice from the iPhone 8 is the centered Apple logo on the back and the removal of the text near the bottom. Unless, of course, you picked up the product red, you'll still see some text. This phone is splash, dust, and water resistant, but do bear in mind that I broke my iPhone XS by running with it in the rain a few times, so results may vary. Just be careful and try to limit the exposure to water. It's a phone, that should be obvious. This phone also has the same sensor and lens that can be found in the iPhone 8, so all of the improvements are going to come directly from Apple's A13 Bionic processor, which introduces features like Smart HDR and Portrait mode. Unfortunately, there is no night mode included with the iPhone SE, which is unfortunate because I'm pretty sure they could have if they wanted to, since this phone features the A13 chip, but I guess they need to incentivize sales of other phones that are more expensive. You can't give the consumer everything in one phone for really cheap and then expect them to go out and buy the iPhone 11 Pro or the upcoming 12. I get it, Apple. In terms of camera quality, this phone can compete with the iPhone 11, which is insane considering how much cheaper it is. The rear-facing camera offers 4K recording up to 60 frames per second, and the front-facing camera offers 30 frames per second at 1080, so a slight decrease in quality in frames per second, but not really a big deal for me, and the front-facing pictures still turn out really nicely from what I found. Also, here's a few pictures that have been taken from the rear of the camera, but you can see some really nice shots here, and it's indicative of the kind of quality you can expect from this phone. The display on the iPhone SE is actually one of my favorite things about it, and that caught me off guard because I was expecting the worst. The display on the SE is a 4.7-inch screen with a resolution of 1334 by 750 at 326 pixels per inch, and it looks stunning. You don't see any pixels, there's no pixelation, and the colors are alive and vibrant. Apple has done an excellent job of optimizing their LCD technology. One thing I'm still not 100% sold on is True Tone. Most of my friends use it because it's on by default and they don't bother to turn it off. I myself am ambivalent towards it. I do find it kind of nice at night, but I also don't like that yellow hue that it creates. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys use True Tone, and if you don't, why is that? Now, like I said at the beginning of this review, the iPhone SE is essentially an iPhone 8 with upgraded internals, which means we get the bezels back and we also get the home button. And I like the home button. It's not a physical button, it's just a button that uses haptic feedback, so you feel a light vibration whenever you tap it, and it's quick, it's efficient, and since it's not a physical button, it's a lot less prone to breaking. And as far as the bezels go on the iPhone SE, they're actually really nice because no matter which color you get your iPhone in, they're always going to be black, so it just looks a lot more seamless. Overall, I love the hardware design of the iPhone SE. I love the fact that it's very light and very thin, and that I can use it comfortably in one hand, which is something I couldn't say for my Samsung S10 and even the iPhone XS. I am not a mobile gamer, but I did download a couple of games just to test them out and see how well they'd run, and I was really pleased with the performance. Not really surprised. The Apple A13 Bionic chip is, again, Apple's most powerful CPU, so I expected them to run well, and they did. So yeah, if you're going to be doing any mobile gaming on this phone, you should have a pleasant experience. Now, in terms of battery life, this phone lasts all day easily. I usually finish the day with about 15–20%, and that's with fairly constant usage on multiple social media apps, maybe some YouTube clips, and a ton of Spotify. So I'm very pleased with the battery performance. One thing I'm not cool with is Apple shipping these 5-watt charging adapters with their iPhones in 2020. I don't care if this is a cheaper iPhone. Honestly, you should include an 18-watt adapter. They're substantially better. It's 2020. Competitors have been doing it for years. Apple, just be better, Apple. Now, I suppose if I'm criticizing Apple for their charging bricks that they ship with, I've pretty much run out of things to criticize them for, and that's a good thing. I'm really pleased with this iPhone SE. This is going to be my main phone for the foreseeable future. I'm so satisfied with this phone, I may hang on to it for the next couple of years because frankly, I'm getting tired of spending a lot of money on phones, and this thing just does everything I need it to. So that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know how I can improve in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter at CarsonNotFound. I do monthly giveaways. And also be sure to subscribe if you enjoy this content even a little bit. And if you don't, can't blame you. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Peace. That was quite the endeavor. I worked really hard on that.
I'm a pretty boy living on the west side, living so